Good morning. Today's lesson will be the three states of matter, and our lesson is called What Matters. These are the fundamentals of chemistry. These are the basics of chemistry. These will be your guide through chemistry. The three states of matter are broken down to three kinds. The first state is solid. Solid is pretty much everything you see around you, such as cell phones, bags, socks, cups, or pretty much everything around you. Now, there is liquid. Liquid, the basic term of liquid would be water, H2O. So anything you think is connected to H2O is pretty much a liquid. But there's a more complicated state, gas. Gas is what you use to turn on a stove. Or chemical terms would be hydrogen or nitrogen. I'm pretty sure you know what those are. Now, there are three bases of states of matter. First, the distance between its particles. This will show you on which state an object is in, such as solids, it is compact. Now, the particle arrangements. Particle arrangements will tell you on what shape it is in, such as a cup is U-shaped, a cell phone is rectangular. Those are the particle arrangements. And the energy upon these particles, this will show you on which temperature it is in. If it's cold, it's hot, it will depend on that. Now, the kinetic theory of matter. Matter is made up of particles which are in continual random motion. This states that matter is not really just one thing. It changes every time. If any external forces acted upon a solid, it may change its shape or its particle arrangement. That's why it is said that it is in continual random motion. Let's go on to the first state of matter, solids. Solids have particles that are tightly packed, vibrating, and fixed position. Solids have definite shape and definite volume, which states that any solid without any external force acting upon it will stay the same and will not change because it has a definite shape. And for the definite volume, you cannot add any more volume to a solid unless you put it in something or melt it into something else. Heat goes up on solid and changes the temperature, which can cause it to change in shape. Now, there are liquids. Now, the particles of liquids are tightly packed, but are far enough apart to slide over one another. Which is why you cannot hold water, because since our hands are solids, the particles of water just slip through our hands. Liquids have indefinite shape, but definite volume. The indefinite shape of liquid causes it to take shape of solids if you put it in a solid. But it has definite volume, so it is limited to what a particular amount is given to it. Still, heat goes up with liquid. So if you heat a liquid, it will boil. Such liquids have higher boiling points than others, but then that is for another topic. Now, there are gases. Gases particles are very far apart and can move freely, which is why we cannot really see gas, because it is something that moves very freely, which our eyes cannot see. Gases have indefinite shape and indefinite volume. Gases with indefinite shape, you cannot actually see it. That is why we cannot catch gas, we cannot even hold gas. We might be able to breathe gas, but that's all we can do. And indefinite volume, because we cannot even put it in anything that will take its shape. Still, heat goes up on gas. That is why we are able to start a stove with gas. Now, There are phase changes in our states of matter. Solid to liquid is called melting. When melting occurs, heat goes into the solid as it melts, which is why the particles expand from how it is compact, which causes it to turn into liquid. But there is also the opposite of it, liquid to solid, and it's called freezing. If you take out heat from a liquid, it will turn into a solid because it will cause it to compact again from how it was and causes it to freeze, which is why it's called freezing. Now, there is liquid to gas. It is called vaporization, which includes boiling and evaporation. We see evaporation occurs every day from the heat of the sun, which evaporates the water from the ocean, which causes clouds to form. But that is a much complicated topic than now. Let us stick with this. Heat goes into the liquid as it vaporizes. As I said with melting, the heat causes the liquid to expand more and turn into gas, which makes the particles move freely. Gas to liquid is called condensation. Heat leaves the gas as it condensates. Condensation is when gas changes into liquid because of the heat leaves the gas. Since that happens, such as the same with freezing, the particles of gas compresses and turns into liquid. Now, the last but not least, solid to gas. This actually skips one state, but is not weird or does not break any laws of chemistry. It is called sublimation. Heat goes into solid as it sublimates. So, if you place enough heat on a solid, it will not turn into liquid anymore, but automatically change into gas. Now, here's a recap. Solids are tightly packed, in a regular pattern vibrate, but do not move from place to place. Now, liquids, close together with no regular arrangement, vibrates, move about, and slide past each other. Gas, well separated with no regular arrangement, vibrates, and moves freely at high speed. Now, do not notice the plasma there because we will not talk about that yet. Okay, another review. There are three states of matter. Solids are compact, liquids are slightly compact, gases are not compact. Matter is all around us. Always remember. Here are some questions that I will ask you to answer for now. Are you done? Okay, good job. I'm sorry, but I will give you a homework which will help you know what matter is to you in your everyday life. Please submit in my site after you finish. Thank you and good day.